article, I was glad that she said, yeah, okay, this is a first world problem that that just.
Oh yeah,
she
the
didn't get
people
to
with the
see-
tickets.
Yeah, they were very.
I mean, I'm in Vienna. They have great beer. All right.
All right.
You're gonna introduce everybody?
Yeah. Welcome to Sound Clash. Back. Thank you, Mr. Slocombe, for coming on today.
Of course.
We're gonna do in the spirit of October, Halloween, kind of spooky, dark songs. So, yeah, Mr. Slocombe, you just give me the song, I can put it in.
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't know. So the song is called Purity.
Okay.
And look up.
Oh, yeah.
Look up Purity. Clean radio version. There's only 2 obscenities, but I want to make sure that we
Okay.
get those.
We try to stay clean.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm not looking
So
on YouTube.
yeah. So just to say, and it's by Slipknot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
you knew it?
you know the song?
Yeah.
Okay.
Familiar. I
There you
gotta
go.
just find a clean
Cameron,
version.
man.
Cameron kinda knows it all.
Encyclopedia.
Good stuff. So Purity, radio version by Slipknot.
Oh, talk. Oh, you got it already?
Yeah, I got
And
it.
All right, man.
so should I explain why I wanted
Yeah,
it?
Yeah, I
okay.
like to hear this.
So I didn't know kind of where to go. I don't have a lot of big inventory when it comes to spooky songs or whatnot. So I decided to go with this one because of 2 reasons. Number one, the guy wrote it based on a story about somebody being buried alive that was not true. It was like an old tale that wasn't true.
It's hard to interview the victims of such things.
Yeah, so he wrote it about a story that wasn't true, but then he turned it into the other side of it, which is one of the reasons why I'm offering it, is because I think the song also speaks to our version of feeling chaos within us and feeling overwhelmed and unhinged, dark, and not knowing and feeling buried alive with those emotions.
Ah.
And so, and I think sometimes if you lean into that, I think one of the reasons why the song is popular, why the band is popular, is because it gives an outlet for some of those feelings to go there without living there, without existing in that space, right? So I think,
Argument of literature.
That's
right?
why fiction
Yeah.
exists.
yeah. So I think both it's kind of Halloween theme in a traditional way, and also kind of in a really kind of emotive way, and I thought it hit both of those themes.
That's they're from Iowa?
They are.
From Des Moines?
Des Moines.
Seems to be a theme with you Iowegians. This is buried
Yeah.
alive stuff, man.
And it gets progressive. The song gets progressively kind of more unhinged as it goes along,
Ah, okay.
as a lot of their songs do.
Let's give it a listen.
Yeah. Is there a video with it too then?
No, I just got
okay.
the-
Just that one. That does capture sort of a pandemonium, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. And at the end of the song, he starts screaming purity.
So how does the term purity apply to the whole I guess narrative arc of being buried alive or being overwhelmed by. And you don't have to know. I'm just waxing.
I'm not sure. I mean, I think there's at least within the kind of the inner turmoil part of it, what I gain from the song, and he gets into this more like after the second chorus, which is he feels like he has to kind of purify himself of these feelings that he'll never be able to do.
Yeah, that makes sense.
He probably comes to a point where the outcome's clear.
Maybe,
Probably
yeah.
doesn't fuss over it too much after. There's a darkness in this one.
I'm not sure that isn't the heaviest song that's ever been on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it?
Is it?
Yeah, I think it is.
I
Yes,
know.
I liked
Okay.
it a lot.
There's
I was
nothing
just
wrong
gonna-
with that.
I was
No.
just gonna say
No.
that first half's
Face
actually
melting.
not as heavy
That's
as
the
it gets in
mellow.
the second. Yeah, like so it gets progressively more.
Are you a
unhinged.
big fan?
I like a lot of their old stuff. Yeah, I do, and it's almost weird because I feel sometimes like I like all types of music. I love pop and punk and country and like my favorite artist is Sam Cooke, like 50s,
Oh,
60s
yeah.
soul. Like I can listen to him all day. But yeah, so some of their old stuff has sort of a rawness to it that is I don't know. There's like it's very meaty in a way that a lot of that genre I don't think is. Or isn't always that way, and for me it's always struck. But I feel weird about saying it to people because I feel like they can get judgy if you're like, yeah, I'm a metal fan, they're like,
Right.
oh, how do you listen to that noise? And it's actually pretty
This
sophisticated.
is a
Oh god, it can be very.
Yeah,
Right.
So
It got me wondering, like, how is it that the heavy metal community and then the sort of embraced or adopted, appropriated what we associate with Halloween, spikes and leather and makeup and
Right.
these guys in their faces or their masks. I know it seems kind of natural, but there has to be a point of inception somewhere in history where,
yeah.
and I think maybe we maybe, I was thinking of Black Sabbath, right? Maybe might be that point of inception. But we can talk
They
about
they
that.
do fit well together.
They do. It's like a match made in heaven, but it's just undeniably a part of the culture, the heavy metal culture, all the gothicism.
Yeah.
It's like Halloween all year long for a metalist.
Yeah.
That would get to be a lot of work.
For you, yeah.
All right, what do we do
I
now?
liked it. Well, we kind of give it a
Yeah.
grade, like
Let's
what we
do
thought.
that.
I liked it. B+. I like that stuff.
I'll go B+ with you on that. I like that a lot. I
I'm
have a
very
question.
glad that you brought it. And then I'm inclined to listen to some more Slipknot. I don't know that I'm gonna run out and do it. I'm gonna give it a B.
I'll go B+ too. That was pretty good.
I don't mean to hang on longer than we need to, but are they at a guitar? I mean, I know there's guitars, but are they synthesizers too? Do they have a keyboardist?
Yes, so they have eight people in their band. Yeah, they've always had that. And so yeah, they have one singer. They have two main guitarists, like two electric guitarists, bass player. So
That's four.
They have two drummers.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
They have or actually no, sorry, three
You hear the
drummers.
horn section too.
Yeah, so they have three drummers.
Horns like this.
Yeah, exactly. So they have three drummers, and then a sampler, and then a turntablist.
You know, I gotta
Did
say,
you grade? Did
Yeah.
you grade?
yeah,
Okay.
but being in a band and drummers being what they are, in my experience with drummers, having three drummers in a band sounds like a colossal pain in the butt. Knowing drummers, I hope nobody's.
That's probably why there's that death theme, because we're all,
They had three
spontaneous and
drummers.
combusting. All right, what's up next?
I got another song similar to that. One of my favorite songs, One, by Metallica.
Oh, good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
The song, Gavin's.
I've
heard it enough.
Back in the day. The song, I did some research on it before I brought it here. Like, really dark theme. Basically, it's based on this movie, like a book where it's a soldier in World War I, and he, was out in the battlefield and he stepped on a landmine, and he couldn't talk, he couldn't see, he couldn't hear, and he wanted like people to kill him, but like no one.
But he
Right.
didn't die.
He
huh?
didn't die.
Right, that's the novel is, I recommend it, Johnny Got His Gun.
Yeah.
The title is the novel, and it's dark,
Right.
and so, there you go, you were talking about the sophistication of metal,
Lay it down.
and.
Yeah, I'm gonna just skip to the end because Gavin knows the end of the song is. See if I can skip it.
Yeah. Kirk!
It's all Spinal Tap.
Watching that cat's fingers fly around on the fretboard is nuts, man. I don't know how
I've seen him play, right?
Oh, God. That's a funny story. The photographer for Metallica was talking about, we were at the symposium with him, and he was talking about being their photographer, and blah, blah, blah. But he said this sentence in front of like 200 devoted Metallica fans. If I have to hear them flipping one more time, I'm going to rip my ears off. And the whole crowd just gasped. Like anybody would ever say anything like that. So I loved it.
Yeah.
What do you got? What else you say about it?
I mean, I remember like the first time I heard that on the radio, it was like that part, and I was like, this is the best thing I've ever heard.
Heard
How old
songs.
were you?
Yeah, it was probably like 2019. Like
Man.
all of COVID was just like me listening to Metallica.
Really?
Yeah.
How much does the idea of the song, someone having their arms and legs and his ears are ripped off,
Yeah.
can't see, he's just a stump. And it's sort of like the curse of modern medicine, right?
Right.
They were able to keep his heart and his brain alive.
Mhm.
And he lays on a gurney
Right.
and can't communicate. How much of the appeal of the song exists in that idea?
I mean, the thing is, like, when I first heard it, I didn't listen to the lyrics or any of it. I just
So
kinda-
it was truly the
it was
sonic
just
experience.
yeah, the guitar solo was like, this is crazy. And then more recently, I kind of started listening to the lyrics.
Yeah.
Okay.
As you know, as someone who likes the, I'm usually not a huge fan of like solos itself, but I do like the solo riffs, like
Yeah.
A hook, yeah.
right, the hook. That song was relentlessly Metallica.
Yeah.
Like it just from James's voice doing his thing, and I really liked how, and I'm not sure if it was the drums or whatever, but like it made it sound like, knowing that story, it was like like it
Oh, yeah.
sounded like
Yeah.
like a machine gun on the battlefield, and I thought the
totally, yeah.
intentionality of that, if that was
Yeah.
intentional, I'm sure it was really well done for the song.
And
Yeah.
the song opens up with
And, yeah.
with battle. With battle.
Right. Well, the first like 4 minutes is like acoustic, and it just kind of switches.
I'm sure when you checked out lyrics, it really enhanced it.
Yeah. Yeah.
The crowd, that was a favorite. And so,
Except for that
so
guy
you
who
saw
ripped
him.
his
You
ears
see him
off.
playing.
Yeah, yeah.
That's clearly one of the.
I was kind of sad because they didn't play this when I was there because it was supposed to be 2 nights.
Right,
and
you
got
only went
COVID, but yeah.
We gotta
Oh, man.
get through
Yeah.
here. I think it's very important that Gavin be the next one,
Yeah.
because he's always seems to be
Yeah.
on that side of it.
Yeah.
So let's scoot along.
Okay.
Well, we
that's-
didn't grade our Metallica.
Anarchy is for A.
I remember in 5th grade, I shadowed him in 5th grade, and then I came to school here. That was like the first thing he would show me was all this Metallica. Oh my god.
That'll attract more candidates.
Yeah.
You came nonetheless.
Yeah.
Glad
Yeah.
you're here.
Yeah, for that I'll give it an A minus.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's just say strong B plus, A minus.
Okay.
I'm gonna stick with B.
Okay.
A minus.
Yeah, I mean this song, I mean it's kind of riding the line of like Halloween and whatnot, but like I feel like lyrically and like musically kind of it's pretty kind of spooky. It's Voodoo Child Slight Return, Jimi Hendrix.
Ah, nice one.
Plenty spooky. What a great choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean I love that song. I listen to it all the time. I love Jimi Hendrix. He's one of my idols because I just started playing guitar. He's really good at what he does. I mean, you just heard it. But
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, for me, like, I mean, I like Jimi Hendrix and everything. I mean, he's obviously like crazy good, but
Yeah.
like obviously like the song, like to me, it's like a B plus A minus.
Yeah.
But I just hadn't had that like connection.
I
And then
know.
I guess like I feel like Metallica was like the first time I heard it. I was like, wow, this is like crazy.
Yeah.
And this I'm like, okay, like,
Mm-hmm. I know what
Yeah.
you mean.
but I like it.
Yeah.
It's Jimi Hendrix's extraordinary talent, which makes him a little inaccessible to me. I love him too. I'm like, yeah, I love it. And, but I mean, when I hear "Hey Joe," I'm like, yeah, because I can get it. You know,
Right.
that is so out of my reach as a musician, even as a appreciator of music. You know, but it's sonically excellent, right?
Yeah. No.
No doo to boo. And then to see him, the visual part of Jimi Hendrix
Right.
was as cool as the audio part.
I think you really fulfilled the creepy part with this song
Yeah.
too, because there's something haunting about
Yeah.
it.
What is that?
I give it an A. What is it that makes it
Yeah,
haunting?
is
That's
it-
a good thing, and that's a good question, and we should get around and
All right,
and
all right,
compare
well-
that. Everybody grade up?
I'll go B plus.
Nah, you can't. Yeah, A. What did?
A.
And what songs?
Oh. Well, I'm glad because it's I think different from what we've listened to so far. I looked and I thought this was a song that I just didn't come up with on my own, but was reminded of something that man, this is totally it. Once I saw it, I was like, okay, that's it. So The Who had an album in 1971 called Meaty Beaty Big and Bouncy, which was a name I loved. And the bass player, John Entwistle, the only song that he wrote was Boris the Spider. And he features
That's
pretty big on the song.
Flash from the past.
Yeah.
Yeah. Face up under his armpit. Is that him?
I think he's actually singing Boris the Spider.
This doesn't sound like Pete or Roger.
No, we might be him on all of it. Man, it's the threat of a creepy crawly, which personally, I don't feel, I'm not scared of spiders, but you see so many people who are.
Right.
Remember that speech on fear?
Mm-hmm.
And it's primordial, our fear of
Mhm.
spiders and snakes, because
Right.
they came silently and killed you.
But it isn't a jump scare fear with a spider.
Yeah, it's kind of.
It's like you said, it's hanging by a thread. It's
Are
like
you,
it's
are you frightened by
slowly-
spiders?
No.
Are you?
No, no.
Me neither. Snakes, another deal. Completely different deal.
Imagine if they
I
hung by
hate
threads.
snakes. Ugh.
Dude, we had this like band practice the other day. It's in my buddy's basement, and he had a spider come in, and like whole practice was haunted. So people would like run the other side of the room. And I'm like, dude, like, it's a spider.
Squish it.
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
no, we let them go.
Rehabilitate it.
Free range spiders.
I'll give that a B. I like to like having the kind of more silly.
It's a Goofy Who song.
Yeah, it's a, it's a goofy song here today too.
Yeah.
Well, naming whatever Bob, like why is that other song Bob O'Reilly? So that,
This is sensible to say Boris the
Yeah.
Spider.
But what's interesting about that, and I admit, my knowledge of the Who is mostly historical, but like it was almost like fun and bouncy. Dun,
Yeah.
dun, dun, and then it was like more, and then it got like really low, and it was like almost that contrast is something that was interesting.
it sounds like it would fit better in one of their rock operas, right? Like when you listen
Mhm.
to Tommy or you listen to Quadrophenia, those
Right,
songs
right.
play out with
Well, one of the challenges with this whole assignment was, you could go to a song that was dark and
Mm.
scary in its darkness, and that's legit. But then there's also like, you know, these goofy key
Yeah.
songs,
Well-
like, and this is in that land,
yeah.
but not irritating to me.
Right. I was kind of surprised he didn't go down the Tom Waits path.
Plenty in there.
You know what I was thinking about was Bauhaus.
What's he building in there?
I wanted to bring that in.
Bauhaus would have been good, yeah.
Frank's wild years.
Uh.
I'm not sure. if
Tom
he-
Waite would have been a good place to go for
Oh,
this.
what would be inappropriate
Well,
about
I don't
that?
know. He like gets a bunch of alcohol and dumps it in the house and torches it.
Burns
Could
it
say
down.
that,
Yeah, I
no.
don't know.
All right, let's move it on.
Ripper. You know what? Metallica, first album, right? I didn't realize that they were trying to emulate Judas Priest.
Yeah.
They wanted to sound and be like Judas Priest.
Mm.
So I picked a Judas Priest song that I really like. It's called The Ripper. It's based on Jack the Ripper. So there's really not a lot of... I like, this song is a sonic, I don't know, it's a sonic treat for me. Because
That's a rabbit hole of a topic that
what's that?
Jack the Ripper.
Right, yeah, and it's
Pretty
totally
creepy.
Halloweeny. You could have picked all of We Sold Our Souls for Rock and Roll by Black Sabbath for this, right? Every song
Mhm.
on that album. And then I was thinking of Helter Skelter by the Beatles,
Mm.
which not so much,
Totally.
the song is pretty angry and does its stuff. It's what the song inspired.
The Manson story.
Yeah, the whole
yeah.
Manson thing. But anyway, you're in for surprise.
You're in for surprise. You're in for a shock.
I love this.
London town streets. When there's darkness and fire. When you least expect me. And you turn your back. Ah, that's smile when I'm sneaking. The shadows by the wall. But you won't hear me at all. All year I'm warning. Never turn your back on the reward. You'll soon shake with fear. And never knowing if I'm near. I'm sighing out shameless. Nocturnal and nameless.
Yeah, whatever, man.
That was crazy.
That was really good.
Yeah, you familiar with that? I'm
No,
sure.
I've never heard that
That's
one.
the name of the album. I love so well. Just "Sad Wings of Destiny." Great title.
Yeah.
for the record.
It sounds like a great like.
There's
here's-
a lot of good songs. I recommend it. Everybody back home.
I enjoyed that.
It's kind of
Yeah.
schmaltzy. I get it. Sort of like.
But that's
recreate-
part of
that's
its
good,
feel.
yeah.
It's
Um,
okay.
But the guitar work I liked a lot. Robbie
Yeah.
Halford, the
Right.
lead singer, I think is a part of what makes any of their songs work ever.
Right.
Because they weren't the same without him. But anyway,
That's like a B plus for me.
okay.
I liked it.
Throw it out an A minus for that.
Okay.
It's a B plus that I would like to hear soon.
I think, I mean, a solid B. I think for creativity an A minus. Like, you know, so
Mhm.
I found myself more appreciative of its creativity than it's actually
Right.
Yeah.
than like, oh yeah, I'm really into the song, and more just like, wow, this is actually really, this is a real artist, you know, doing the thing. I have a tendency to like heavier stuff, as we found out
Right.
early.
But
Um,
78, 77, this was heavy.
This is like a
Sure.
period piece.
You know?
then,
It's,
yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, anyway, there's the Halloween show.
Yep. I don't know if we have time for Aiden's, but I'll probably like we could put it in afterward. He brought the Black Sabbath.
Oh, cool.
Children of the Grave.
Oh,
I love that
nice.
song.
But
A plus.
that's a good song. Yeah.
Yeah, me too. A.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
Love that song.
Good theme. Enjoyed
That was
it.
fun.
So, is that it?
I think so.
You guys, thanks for hanging
watching.
out.
And we didn't
Yeah.
hear the Monster Dash.
No, right? See you next time.
Yeah.